Welcome, everyone. And I'm so excited to speak today with Jason O'Miles with Real Estate 360. Hello, Jason. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to speak with me and to connect with our readers and our followers and viewers.
Well, thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for the invite. I really, really do appreciate it. And I look forward to working with you more and more and your team and your people as time goes on.
That sounds great. Well, as you know, I've known your partner for over a decade, so
Yes.
I'm excited that he introduced us. I really love the area that you're situated in and the fact that you can get deals for our readers in several areas that are known as hot markets right now. They're just hot,
Yeah,
hot, hot markets.
that's correct. I mean, we do a lot of things. Even, with we teach the things that we do with Real Estate 360, right? So, we spend a great deal of time learning different processes and how to implement those processes. This whole idea, this notion of virtual wholesaling and what it is and how it works is a major, major part of being able to function in multiple markets at one time. And it really isn't a matter of having, a gazillion dollars to spend in any given area in terms of buying that property. It's just about being able to identify areas that are really, really good and then being able to capitalize on it. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm situated in the Southeast, it's pretty cool.
It's a great market to be in right now, certainly. I was just reading about the top five areas of investing, and so many of them are in Florida and the surrounding markets,
Correct,
such
correct.
as Hilton Head, Atlanta. I mean, all that area is just prime for investing right now.
It really is. And again, it's about identifying. I mean, you've been able to identify those markets as well, obviously, right? And it's always about being able to identify not only what the opportunity is, but where the opportunity is.
Well, I'm really excited that you'll be teaching our readers some of the golden nuggets that you've picked up along the 20 years plus in the real estate investing arena.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're excited to learn all about that and to also see the type of properties and deals that you're coming across. In
Absolutely.
case some of our private, capital lenders are interested in joining in on some of those deals. And we also have passive investors that are so busy they want to flip, but unfortunately their time constraint doesn't allow that to happen. So
Hmm.
this is a perfect opportunity for them to get involved.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what you and I were just talking about before we got on here. I mean, it is what it is. I think that, you know, being a real estate investor and having worked with so many people around the country over, my years, I haven't been training as long as I've been doing real estate, but nearly as long. I've been training since 2004, but I've met a lot of people. And the one thing I learned is that, people don't fail because they don't try. They don't fail because of bad character. They don't even fail because of bad training. They fail because of their mindset, of what they can do and what they can't do, or the belief of the can and can't. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, we could own one of the largest tech companies in the world, but we don't know how to write code. We just have to know how to put the right people together to make it happen. There's no difference in real estate. There's no difference in any industry. We just have to know how to put those people together. You don't fail because you're not trying. You don't fail because of poor processes. It really isn't. That's not where failure comes from. It always comes from the mindset. And failure doesn't mean, you've lost an opportunity. It means, okay, I missed this thing along the way or this step along the way. Let me start to implement that and check out my new results once I've implemented those strategies or techniques into your strategy. That's from my experience. That's why people fail. It's all mindset. It's understanding.
Very interesting, Jason. Well, tell us a little bit more about Real Estate 360 and how you got involved in that new company.
Okay, well, thank you. So I started Real Estate 360, oh, maybe 4 years ago. I spent a lot of time on the road writing for and training for, different real estate groups that were out there, right? Or even business education. I've worked with Robert Allen years back, the flipping formula out of Boston, Damon John most recently. And those are great programs, but they're so very expensive. And I just thought there was another way that I could offer, since I'm the one creating the content that you're paying the money for, and I'm the one helping people learn these processes, not the only one, but one of many, helping people learn these processes. I said, hey, let's try something different here. Let me create this content for myself and my team. Myself, JK, another gentleman by the name of Steve Conley, who you haven't met yet. But I bought my very first piece of property from Steve Conley. Steve Conley was my very first mentor when I got involved in real estate. And so for me, it's a pleasure to even still be working with someone that's so good, they're just so good. He's had a lifetime, literally, of investing in real estate. It's all he's ever done, and I've only known him 20 years. So, but he was doing it then. But I get an opportunity to work with these guys. I've had an opportunity to be on the road with these guys for things that we've done for other people and things that we've created for ourselves. And one thing that we all have in common is the desire to see people succeed. Yes, we definitely do our own investing, but there, as you already know, there's so many deals out here. It doesn't matter how much money we have. We're never going to be able to do them all. It's simply impossible. You just don't have enough money. Unless your last name happens to be Bezos, right? But but outside of that, we're just sharing the things that we do. But understand that real estate is a business. If you're an investor, this is a business. And that's why I call it Real Estate 360, because we teach you everything there is to know about this business. It doesn't matter. We teach real estate agents. We teach investors that are fix and flippers or wholesalers or buy and hold, multifamily, private lenders. We teach them all, not just about the processes for those particular skill sets, but also about the business associated with it, understanding how to get the right kind of write-offs for your business. Because at some point, you could be wholesaling or fix and flipping a lot of real estate, but with those single families, you're never going to get the kind of tax write-off that you'd be looking for and needing as a successful company and growing. So then we start looking at other options. We start looking at commercial and multifamily so that you can take advantage of cost segregation, which a lot of people don't know about, but you get these huge lump sums as a write-off over the course of several years. But even then, it depends on your particular investment strategy, But those are the things that we talk about. So you can design the end, design the front with the end in mind, because that's how you become successful. To use Jeff Bezos again, there's so many that we could use examples, but he knew from day one, and people thought he was crazy. He said, I want to be the place, or I'm going to be the place where everybody comes to buy everything. And at the time, he was just selling books. People thought he was crazy. They couldn't possibly fathom buying, everyday necessities online. But now look at Amazon. Now look at it. And one quick story about this. That's the beauty of genius, because we all have genius, right? Let me ask you, what's the difference between talent and genius?
Between what and genius?
Talent and genius.
Yes. That's a tough one. I would say genius is at a higher level as
Hmm.
talent, and fewer people can reach that high expertise level of genius.
And that's exactly right. But to put it in layman's terms, here's how I like to state it, because here's how I learned it from one of my professors. You know what a marksman is, right?
Yeah.
So a marksman's job is, well, their gift is to be able to hit the target that no one else can hit, right? That's talent. Genius is to be able to hit the target that no one else can see. And as real estate investors or business people, entrepreneurs in general, we have to have that kind of blind faith and belief in ourselves and what we want. Because as you know, there's a lot of naysayers when you're just starting out as a real estate investor. There's a lot of naysayers, and they're, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you don't, you gotta be born into the right family. You need a bunch of money. You need this, that, or the other. And I know you can tell them like I can tell them. You don't need to have that. You simply have to have the belief. You have to see it first before anyone else. And that's why I say we all have genius, because at any level of success that we create for ourselves, that we can see for ourselves and no one else can see, that's genius. That's genius level maneuvering. And that's the difference between talent and genius.
So interesting. And I do know that there are so many geniuses in real estate
Mm-hmm.
that are just growing astronomically and really creating incredible companies and businesses.
For sure. And
Mhm.
and that's what I want to be able to do with you and your group over time, of course. And I'm so excited and very, very thankful and humbled just to be here in this space with you right now. So I just want to say thank you. And for everyone that's listening, you guys have made it possible for her to even be able to reach out and talk to me, So I'm just really thankful. So thankful for you and what you've been doing with your team, your group all around the country. And of course, I wish you continued success, and I am so so very excited to work with all the folks that you're working with that are watching this now, and we're going to make it easy for them to find out more about me and about what we do. There'll be links in this email and this video where you can see what we do and reach out and read things and look at the kind of things, or just reach out to have a strategy call, and we can see what's best for you and what you want to do, because everybody has different needs.
Absolutely. And I'm already planning an in-person event with your partner
Yes.
for spring 2022 because, doing deals and meeting people in person is so important and crucial that we definitely want to plan ahead and make it possible for all of our readers and people who are interested in learning more about Real Estate 360 to join in and connect in person as well in the near future.
Absolutely. And I'm all about that as well. I can't wait. I cannot wait to safely get back on the road. I just miss it. So, just really, Linda, thank you so much. I can't say it enough. And for all you that are listening and watching, just check out the links. I'm going to make the links available for you to share, and we can just kind of go from there and just start getting to know one another.
That sounds amazing, Jason. And as I mentioned, I've known your partner, JK, for over a decade. It's
Yes.
amazing to reconnect with him now that he's living in the Southeast area. And we're just really excited to be able to offer incredible insight and training at affordable fees
Hmm.
and with tied in with the possibility of expanding and buying a property that you're going to connect them with as well
Hmm.
or provide them with a private capital opportunity that they can deploy their resources into if they wish as well. So in addition to, amazing insight at affordable rates that anyone would people it's a no-brainer not to get involved, basically.
Right, right, for
So,
sure.
and then at the end, boom, there's going to be an opportunity for acquiring an asset or getting involved in a deal. Because guess what, guys? That's what it's all about.
Hmm.
It's not, the training is important and you need to know what you're doing. Because
Yeah,
if you don't, you could potentially lose a lot of money.
yeah,
Just as I have, and Jason has in the
de-
past.
definitely.
We've all been there, but we've learned from our mistakes, and now we're using knowledge from our past experiences and deals to help our readers, our members, so that they don't make those past mistakes that we made, and they can just approach it with a view of success and confidence, knowing that there are people and resources behind them that can help them as well.
I just that I mean you couldn't have said it any better, honestly. I mean that's what it's about, and it's about working together. I tell my guys all the time, real estate is a team sport. You got to have your team, and we teach people from the very basics about building your team. Of course, we work with, as you know, seasoned investors as well. They just need a touch up here, maybe a push, a little push from behind sometimes. That's just what it is. But we make sure that, and as we should, that the basics, the building blocks of success are in place. They have to be, because then you have to go back and redo it, and it just takes so much time. Just do it right from the
Absolutely.
beginning.
Yes, yes. And I like the fact that Real Estate 360, like you said, encompasses everything
Yeah.
into the company.
It just, in my opinion, it just has to. And again, as you already know, having worked with a lot of these larger companies, it's okay. I'm gonna sell you the hot ticket item, and then I'm gonna piece you, like nickel and dime you. Except the nickels and dimes are real dollars, real big dollars. I'm gonna sell you what the hot commodity is right now, and then we're going to start talking about the building blocks, your business and your business entity and your structure and your, this, that, and the other. It's, to me, putting the cart before the horse. Although you can, you might as well get the cart and the horse at the same time. And, it doesn't mean that you can't act as a real estate investor before you're structured. It just means that you're working on those two things simultaneously, because they're really not that difficult to do. I mean, in most states, it's pretty easy to open up an LLC, right? So, but it's a matter of, I mean, some people don't want an LLC. Some people want a different structure, and it's totally cool, because again, everybody's different. But it's important to know what those things are. I mean, it's just so important, because I've worked with them. I've seen people buy $50,000 real estate programs only to go to some 3-day live event somewhere else. And I'm not knocking this. I'm not knocking it at all. But then there's a $7,000 business builder program, and there's a $10,000 one-on-one, or even more, $25,000 personal strategy. Next thing you know, you're $80,000, $90,000 into this thing, and you still have your day job. But you've got all of this coming. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in all at once, and you're expected to be doing this stuff pretty much every day if you want to have the success that you desire. And that's why you did it in the first place. That's why you committed. But there's just an easier way to do it. For
It
the
just reminds me of like a college student being saddled with debt
Yeah,
after getting your degree.
yeah,
And that's what it kind of reminds me of. And there's other methods, there's community college, there's public education, there's scholarships and grants. And it's just a matter of being educated on your options, folks. And that's what we're trying to offer is options and access to insight and knowledge that could really change the course of your life and your investing career.
And I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, we've probably earned our doctorate degrees 50 times over at this point in our careers. You know, from the mistakes and the ups and the downs, and but hey, like right now, everybody's so scared about what's going to happen in the real estate market in the near, the next several months. But I am I'm excited because I've been a part of these cycles now. This will be the third one that I've been involved in. And I'm not saying it's going to be as bad as the last one. Nobody's even predicting that. We just know there's going to be a shift. And being able to take advantage of that shift, whether it's going up or down, is really good. And here's a shameless plug. I'm sorry I have to do it because we're talking about it. There's a there's a great saying, when there's blood in the streets, buy, right? So I've written a book this year called When There's Blood in the Streets, A Real Estate Investor's Guide to Winning. And I'll share that link with you as well. But it's a lot of information. I mean, it's a book. It's not a 9-page ebook download. I mean, this is a book full of strategies, techniques, and and but it's specifically geared for where our market is going. Well, it's written for that. The name is about that because that's the kind of climate that we're going in, and people are still a little scared and, dare I say, gun shy from what happened, 13 years ago. But that is just an opportunity. We know dozens of people, dozens of people that became multimillionaires out of that, and really, really quickly, really quickly. So,
Jason, what's the next step for our readers to get started?
So the next step is just check out some of the links in this email or in the description, because this might be on YouTube. So in the description if it's on YouTube, but in this email, this is going out as an email. Check out some of the links. You'll be able to go look at kind of stuff, that trainings that we've done on YouTube. You'll go straight into the website, some of the things that we offer, and you can check those out. And again, we have a podcast, Real Estate 360 podcast. Definitely subscribe to that, and just get involved. Reach out, set up your one-on-one personal strategy call, and we can go from there.
Perfect, Jason. Well, I'm really excited to introduce Real Estate 360 to our readers. We'll definitely be connecting virtually, and
Yes.
then we'll kick it off in spring 2022 with a live event in the Florida area. So we're so excited, and we want to invite all of our investors around the country to get involved now and plan ahead to join us in person. And maybe we can show them some amazing deals while we're down there. What do you think, Jason?
Oh, there's no question about that. The machine doesn't stop. So
Awesome.
Thank you again, Linda.
That's
Thank you so
great,
much.
Jason.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. And thanks a lot, everyone. See you soon.
I look forward to working with everyone. Thank you so much.